And Steve SCHWAN 11-5-1 with 10 KOs in his 11 victories. And let's look at the tail of the tape. 25-year-old Andrew Maynard, an ex-Army fighter, came in at 174. SCHWAN at 173 in this light heavyweight bout. And he is 30 years of age from Boston. And let's go up for the introductions to Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the light heavyweight division. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds. The referee is Toby Gibson. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the mustard-colored trunks with white trim and weighs an even 173 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas. His professional record, 11 victories, 10 by knockout against 5 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Steve SCHWAN. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing a royal blue trunks and weighs an even 174 pounds from Laurel, Maryland. Undefeated as a professional with a record of 4-0. All 4 victories by knockout. He's a gold medal winner and his initials are BAM Boxing, Andrew Maynard.
Well, there's Andrew Maynard, and I guess if anybody's got a chance to capture the charisma title that ultimately will be surrendered by Sugar Ray Leonard, it might be this guy, because while he certainly not yet has boxing skills approaching Sugar Ray's, I think he's close when it comes to a smile. As you will see, if you haven't met Andrew Maynard yet, wait till the end of this fight. Assuming he comes out on top, you'll see one of the better-looking smiles, and he's just a terrific, charming guy. Boxing in the Army, joined the Army as he admitted he needed discipline. He admits that he was a bad kid, said I went in there to get my act together, and it worked. And he is just a fine young man. In his 5th professional bout from Laurel, Maryland, 25 years of age, and indeed is being managed by the Sugar Ray Leonard group. Jose Pepe Correa is his trainer, who's also training Sugar Ray now. And Steve SCHWAN from actually Cranky, Texas. He has a ranch in Cranky, Texas. You gotta love that. He's a ranch foreman, he's a bulldogger, and a horseshoer, and a sometime boxer.
I have to say something. I never see anybody with a style like this. The Cowboy Steve.
Cowboy Steve, he's a gamer.
He looks like he's riding a horse.
You know why you haven't seen that style, Marvin? You don't hang out in those Western saloons.
Oh, that's what
you see them every Saturday night in the Western saloons.
He's managed and trained by Richard Lord, and the best story they tell about him is he wound up as a substitute against a rising light heavyweight in New Orleans, who they were planning on getting into the top 10. Steve SCHWAN beat him, so he can be dangerous.
He don't look like he knows what he's doing in there.
They say he was 64-10 as an amateur, now 11-5-1 as a professional. But he's the first to admit he's a cowboy first and a boxer second.
Well, he has a cute style, man. He moves a lot to the right. It's very tough to nail a guy when he's moving to the right, moving outside your punches. Of course, he can't hit you, but you can't hit him either.
That's what I mean. Look at his head, though, way up high.
Just the 5th professional fight for Andrew Maynard in blue, the Olympic light heavyweight champion, former national AAU champion.
You can see that Maynard just really wants to get this guy out of there, because you see a guy like that with a bad style. A guy like this can make you look bad out there. You want to finish him off real quick.
Well, the card's running a little longer than they expected, too, so Andrew's out there trying to help things along here in Las Vegas. And he landed a good right hand.
See that little slide over to the right by the Cowboy? That's what takes the punching power away from Maynard.
Oh, yeah, but he's in trouble now.
Right and a left and a right and a left goes down. Steve SCHWAN.
Near my big mouth.
He told him to go to the right.
4-punch combination with a left on the end of it, sending SCHWAN to the canvas. Andrew Maynard, another left hand. Rocks SCHWAN, and the referee steps in, Toby Gibson, and stops this one in the first round. Andrew Maynard, the Olympic gold medalist, too much for the game rancher from Cranky, Texas, but have a reason to be cranky now because he took a little punishment from Andrew.
That reminds me of you in the morning, cranky.
Yes, but fortunately not for the same reason.
I think he wanted the horse then to get out of there.
So Andrew Maynard finds himself in a rather easy first round stoppage of Steve SCHWAN at his 5th professional bout. And Maynard unloading those powerful punches.
2 solid left hooks, Tim. Let's not take that away from Andrew Maynard. Right on a button. Here's one. Here's another one.
He can punch. He's got 5 KOs in his 5 professional starts.
They could have stopped the fight at the first knockdown, though.
Yeah, he was just completely outclassed, you know.
I think there's every reason to believe that Andrew Maynard is on his way to superstardom in the light heavyweight division, even though he's had only 5 pro fights and still has a lot to learn. He admits that.
This man reminds me a lot of Matt Franklin from Philadelphia.
Right. Went on to become Matthew Saad Muhammad and one of the great light heavyweight champions ever. We'll see the end of it here as referee Toby Gibson doing a good job seeing SCHWAN really out of it here and stepping in to prevent any damage. So let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Toby Gibson stops the bout at 2 minutes 35 seconds of the very first round. The winner by TKO. He's now 5-0 with 5 knockouts in the win column. Boxing Andrew Maynard. Let's have a round of applause for Cowboy Steve SCHWAN.
Well, there is Andrew Maynard with a first round knockout over Steve SCHWAN to move his pro record to 5-0. And down here at ringside, Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and marvelous Marvin Hagler, the former middleweight champion, awaiting, as we all are, the war. Leonard Hearns 2 upcoming after we'll see the Olympic heavyweight Ray Mercer, who's going to be next here. And the Olympians continue to impress as they march along in their early pro careers. And gentlemen, a little while ago we saw highlights of Leonard Hearns 1, and I think it's fair to ask you at this point how much effect, if any, that first fight will have now that we're 8 years later here. Gil, for instance, the fact that Ray Leonard won it, does that give him a psychological edge after all these years?
Well, it wasn't that he won it. It was the way he won it. We have an axiom in boxing. Once you knock a guy out, you have his number, and you're going to do it every time. There's been underdogs, 3-4 to 1 underdogs. They go in the ring, they knock the other guy out. They say, boy, that was an accident. Put the fight in again, they do it again. I'm sure that Tommy Hearns knows that Ray can hurt him, and I don't think Ray thinks that Tommy can hurt him.
On the other hand, you've got Tommy Hearns with a revenge factor. Will that be enough to give him perhaps a psychological edge?
Well, Tommy Hearns has seen the ghost of Ray Leonard for 8 years. He's won all those titles. Believe me, they mean nothing to him. It's Ray Leonard that he wants. He's going to be motivated. I think that will help him.
Well, Marvin, what I want to find out from you is, do you think anything in terms of strategy in this bout can be learned by either guy as they look back at the bout 8 years ago?
Well, Tim and Gil, I feel like this. I feel once you know you beat a guy and you've been in there, you know, with him, there's nothing more that you think that he can do any different. It's going to feel as though that both of them just fought yesterday. I think everything is going to come right back together.
Really? That's pretty interesting. I mean, it's kind of like the second half of a 26-round fight then, huh?
Exactly. Just taking intermission time.
Now, I suppose that in Leonard's mind is the course of that fight. The fact that Hearns had the best of it early on. Ray rallied in the middle. Hearns took it away. But at the end, it was the strength of Sugar Ray Leonard and the lack of strength on the part of Tommy Hearns. And you, Gil, have already said you think Leonard is the stronger man for tonight's bout.
Well, yes, the first fight, Tommy Hearns came in at 145 pounds. It was a big mistake. Now, today they had that private agreement, 63.5. Tommy Hearns, again, came in 62.5. He's going to be weak, I think.
Okay. Now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. The referee for this contest is Carlos Padilla. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the gold trunks and weighs an even 219 pounds, fighting out of Paulsbury, New Jersey. His professional record, 6-1, 3 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Hans Crosby. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He weighs an even 212 pounds. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, now living and fighting out of Essex County, New Jersey, undefeated as a professional, 4-0, 3 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Olympic gold medal champion in the heavyweight division, Merciless Ray Mercer.
Referee for this heavyweight bout, Carlos Padilla, with the final instructions. Ray Mercer, the Olympic heavyweight champion from Jacksonville, Florida, now living in Essex County, New Jersey. He's 4-0 as a pro with 3 KOs. And his opponent is Ken Crosby, who came in at 219. Ray Mercer at 212. Ken Crosby, former New Jersey Golden Gloves champion, at the 6-1 mark as a pro with 3 KOs. Not been real active. He suffered a shoulder injury and a loss to Mike Bounty Hunter, and fought once in 1988. His nickname Big Hands, and he's a big guy. 6'4 1/4", 219 pounds.
This Mercer looks like he's not even worried at all about this guy, Crosby. Crosby, to me, looks a little bit like Joe Louis with the mustache.
I'm glad you didn't say he has a style like Joe Louis.
No, he looks a little worried out there.
Well, Mercer can certainly punch either hand. Big bomber.
He looks like that's what he's looking for right now. Just take his time. He knows this guy's going out.
Ray Mercer stopped all of his Olympic opponents en route to the gold. Trained by Ken Adams and Hank Johnson, his Olympic coaches.
This is the fight if it goes any distance. These big guys have a tendency to get tired.
And you know I love to see the big guys make a big boom.
Well, you're cruel, Mark. You're cruel.
I love boxing.
Well, again, I spoke to Ken Crosby this morning about being in there against the Olympic gold medal heavyweight champion, and, you know, said, well, okay, that's fine, but, you know, they don't know me. I think I can handle him, and he sees it as his opportunity to impress.
Nice left hook to the body by Mercer.
Has heavy hands, Mercer. Very confident guy.
Little blood from the nose of Crosby already here in round 1.
And Crosby doing a little run in there. Try to be another pretty boy there, you know. A bit of concentrating on fighting.
Mercer, a good stiff jab. 27 years of age. Ray Mercer learned to box in the Army. Very mature young man, and his eyes set firmly on a heavyweight championship.
Nice.
Short punches inside by Mercer.
Mercer wants to take this guy out of there. Nice work.
Crosby trapped in the corner over there.
He did something wrong then, just trying to fight back. He did something wrong.
Mercer lands to the back of the head of Crosby, now works on the body. Crosby in all kinds of trouble here, not punching back. Down he goes. I don't think the big guy's going to make it up. Another first-round knockout scored by the Olympic gold medalist, Andrew Maynard, and now Ray Mercer. The heavyweight champ lifts his record to 5-0 with a stoppage of Ken Crosby. So Ray Mercer